Hi everyone, today I'm making a video that I've wanted to make for months, and that is my favourite fandom indie shadows. I was waiting on a few really late Black Friday orders. I knew that I wanted to include them in this video. So I'm going to be talking about the fandoms that I really like, rather than my favourite collections from indie brands. So yeah, I only wanted to talk about programmes, books, whatever that I'm passionate about. Although I'm not really going to be talking about them at all. I'm going to be talking about the makeup that springs from them, but you'll see. If there are any interruptions in this video, one of my cats really wants to be involved with it, and she's on my lap right now and being a right pain in the bum, so sorry. And she also purrs really loud. Normally my videos are entirely unorganised and I never know what I'm doing, but I actually wrote down everything that I wanted to talk about last night because there was so much to choose from. I'm going to start off with Shiro because they are one of the first indie brands I bought from, and I can tell you what my first purchase was from them. So my first ever purchase from Shiro was from their Game of Thrones collection, which is called the Seven Kingdoms collection. I bought just a few of them, and then like as soon as they arrived I immediately bought the rest of the collection. And as you know, if you've watched any of my videos where I talk about indie shadows, I normally like to buy sample sizes and buy as many as I can afford to buy at that time, because I like to sort of get a general overview of the brand, and I'm never going to finish a shadow anyway, so I may as well get the smallest size. But this Seven Kingdoms collection I bought all full size. It's the only time I've ever done that, and that's because the lids have these really beautiful portraits of the characters. I'll have to zoom in. All of them have these like really pretty, I don't know, ink, watercolour, whatever, really soft portraits of the characters, and I just had to have the full size. For the most part the Seven Kingdoms is quite neutral, and every now and again there's a pop of colour. I'll only show you a few swatches from each collection, or this video is going to end up like half an hour. But if you do want to see all of the Seven Kingdoms swatches, I'll leave a link down below to my defunct blog where I've done a post where I swatched all of them, so you could check that out if you wanted to see more of those. I just want to say that all of these swatches will be done on top of the Catrice primer, because it just helps. These are loose shadows and they need to stick to something a little bit, and they're all quite heavy finger swatches. So this is the Maiden Queen, which is the Marjorie colour. This is Mother of Dragons, Khaleesi. This is Woman's Weapons, the Cersei colour. This is You Know Nothing, Jon Snow colour. And this is Hodor, which is a satin but works really well actually as a really good pale girl transition colour in the crease. Another collection from Shiro I just have to mention is the Harry Potter collection, which is called Mauraders, Mugwumps and Muggles. And there are lots of shadows, again fairly neutral, mixture of mattes and like shimmers, and also they did a few lip glosses and a bronzer and a highlighter, White Chocolate Frog, which I really like. I don't have any of the full sizes so I can't show you the artwork, but here are some of the swatches. This is After All This Time, obviously the Snape colour. This one is Too Old, Too Poor, Too Dangerous, the Lupin colour. This is the Tonks colour, Metamorph Magus. Wizard Wheezes, which is Fred and George. And this one is a matte, and finger matte swatches aren't the best, but I assure you this colour is like so beautiful and really unique. This is a Free Elf, the Dobby colour. The last thing from Shiro I wanted to particularly mention was that they have an Animal Crossing collection called A New Leaf, and I really thought that I had all three because it's just a trio. But when I looked last night I only have one of them, but I really like Animal Crossing, so I'm still going to mention this one. The one I have is a pink called Alpaca Picnic, and the other ones are called Forever Alone, and I can't remember the third one. I think there's like a pale yellow and a minty green, and so the next time I order from Shiro I'll definitely get those because I didn't realise I didn't have them, which goes to show you how many Shiro shadows I have. It's ridiculous, probably about 100. This is Alpaca Picnic. I'm not going to show you any more from Shiro because it would start to get ridiculous, but they have so many other collections. They've got like a Pokemon one, they have then a specific Eevee one, which are cream highlighters, all slightly tinted crazy colours. Then there's an Avengers collection, a Pokemon collection, a Zelda collection, lots of others like Adventure Time and Minecraft. So those are definitely worth checking out if you're interested in any of those things. So next up, I wanted to talk about a few things from Notoriously Morbid. I have 2 collections to talk about. I'll save the best till last. So the first one was I got their Black Friday special set, which was a Stranger Things themed one called The Upside Down. So again, these are all full sizes, but only because that was the only way to get them, and I'm so glad I got these. That's the artwork on these ones. This is Coffee and Contemplation. This is WWBD, and it's a matte that I promise you is prettier than this swatch. This is Friends Don't Lie, and honestly it was worth buying the whole set just for this one. It's so pretty. This is Right Here, and that one is Should I Stay. So the reason I made my first order from Notoriously Morbid is because they have a Supernatural collection called the Winchester Gospels, and those include shadows and lip balms. So I have one of the lip balms called Impala Peach, and then I've also got one for my friend called Dean Seductive Strawberries. And then I don't have all the shadows from the collection because they weren't in stock when I made my first order, but I will show you a few of my favourites from the ones I do have. All of the names and colours are based off songs from the show rather than characters from the show, which I thought was quite interesting. This one is Wayward Sun, this is Walking on Sunshine, and this one is Scotland the Brave, which is definitely my favourite from the collection. Notoriously Morbid also have a Buffy collection, which are all matte, I think. And there's a lip balm collection called Your Replicator or Mine, which is Star Trek based, so each one of the captains has a lip balm scent flavour. I got my husband the Picard one because we really like Next Gen, and that one is Earl Grey, so that's pretty cool. And then they all, Notoriously Morbid also do themed boxes, and each one of those is normally like fandom related. I think November or December they had a Gremlins one, and this month is Repo the Genetic Opera. Next I'm going to move on to Geek Chic Cosmetics because they also have a Supernatural collection called the Superneutrals, so they're neutrals obviously. I got the whole collection, and so they come in this tin, and so once again they are the full size, but I think it was actually quite reasonable for this set, so I felt the need to splurge. I'll just show you 3 of my favourites from this set. This is Morning Star, this is Rock Salt, which is really glittery, and this one is Born Under a Bad Sign. And then also from Geek Chic I wanted to show you their Hannibal collection called This Is My Design. Before I show you swatches from this one, I also wanted to say that Aromaly had a Hannibal collection also called This Is My Design, and that was discontinued, but you might still be able to get some of the shadows in their discontinued section, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll show you some swatches from the Geek Chic collection now. This is the Lure, I hate saying that word out loud because it always sounds stupid. This is Professional Curiosity, and this one is Eat the Rude. I don't have an awful lot from Geek Chic, and I'm not that familiar with their catalogue, but I know that they do also have Guardians of the Galaxy collection and some Doctor Who shades. I think all their collections are quite small though. I think they're all maybe 6 and fit in tins, whereas like Shiro collections can be like 20 shadows. So I just want to show you one collection from Darling Girl, and that is their Bad Things collection. This has been either discontinued or it was limited edition, I'm not quite sure, but I know that there's like overstock, or there are a few left anyway on the website, and that's how I got them. I think there might have been 4 originally and I've just got 3 of them. But anyway, it's a True Blood collection, and I love True Blood the show. I also read all the books, but the books are terrible. I think it's one of the only examples I can give where like the show is so much better than the books. I think the books are like absolutely stupid, and the characters have very little character to them. But yeah, I really enjoyed most of the show. Definitely Team Eric. This is True Death, a matte. This is Bon Temps Bayou, which is a green with that really pretty shimmer. And this one is deep fried and sugared. Again, I don't have very much from Darling Girl, but I know that they have an awful lot of collections. There's a Friends collection, but I'm afraid I'm not really a Friends fan. And there's lots of different horror collections. Moving on to one that I think I've mentioned in a favourites, Hello Waffle have a Fringe collection, and I really like Fringe. For me, Walter Bishop totally makes the programme worth watching. Occasionally I am bored in episodes, but he makes it all okay. I also think that the Fringe Shadows have possibly been discontinued or limited edition, but there are still some available on the site, so I recommend checking them out as soon as possible if you like Fringe. One of these I definitely included in a favourite. It was either Reardon Lake or Timeline, but I will show you them now. This is Timeline, Jean, Amber, Asterix and Reardon Lake. And last but not least is Detrivore cosmetics, which you can buy on the Shiro website. I don't think you can buy them like from themselves anymore. They have a collection called the Daedric Princes, and it's basically a Skyrim collection, which is pretty flipping cool. I think all bar one of the shades are pretty neutral, so there's 9 of them, but I'll just show you a few now. This one is Boethia. Ugh, Hermaeus Mora, he creeps me out so much. Molagbal, Namira and Azura. I really wanted to say those in like a funny Skyrim accent or something. So that's a few of the fandom collections that I really like from indie brands. I think they're a great way for a brand to get people interested in them and to even know about them. It certainly was the case for me. I think for the most part I can see how these colours are related to the topic. Sometimes I think they're a little bit random, but for the most part I think they're good. I think Shiro and Darling Girl are the ones with the most choices fandom related, so they might be ones to try first. Let me know if you are interested in any of these collections, and maybe I can go through all of the swatches a bit more in depth if you wanted. Let me know if there are any fandom collections you really enjoy. Oh, also the title screen at the beginning, this I painted last night, well, lettered last night. I just wanted to include one of my other hobbies in with my videos a little bit, so yeah, I thought I'd include some lettering, and I might try and do that for every video, I'm not sure. I hope this was interesting. I'll see you next time. Bye.